And so I'm one of the few people that you'll hear through juicing. I gained weight, but we started juicing about a year ago, and I've given up gluten right around that same time because they thought that I had celiac. And it came back that it was not celiac, but we noticed like a huge physical change. I used to wake up with the RA with my hands completely useless, and Autumn can attest to that.
It was really bad because you would literally not be able to even hold your coffee, and she would have usually heat packs, right? Not ice packs, but heat packs. And I bought her for Christmas. What a great Christmas present.
It was a wonderful Christmas present. It really was.
These
I love them.
Oven glove looking things that you could put in the microwave so that she could warm up her hands so that they were mobile and that they would the swelling would go down, right? Normally you think ice would bring that down, but for whatever reason heat seemed to work.
It was really...
But it was a couple
really
hours
bad
in the morning where you really couldn't do anything.
Right. And we noticed a huge change with the gluten, when my swelling was like much less and my wrists weren't as weak, and that right there was a huge change.
I've been in denial fighting the whole I'm not going to have gluten thing because I love my pastas and my breads and butters.
And gluten tells you need more gluten.
Right, it does.
It does.
You just
really
crave it. And so I've been fighting that, and she's been just pushing me, come on, just try it. And I'm ready to try it because I'm tired of feeling the way I do all the time and really want that change. And so here we go. But go on, you still have more.
The next stage for me was when I went to see the rheumatologist, and because of the rheumatoid arthritis, they wanted to put me on a very chemo-like drug that had horrible side effects. Well, the first side effect that's least likely may lead to things that
cause death, or
they cause death that are irreversible, you know. And I was like, oh, that's not good. But you know, that's the rare. And so I read on, and the common side effects were hair loss, anorexia, which I of course did not need any more of. And the hair loss, the anorexia, the nausea,
which you have problems with already.
Right. Mouth ulcers.
Oof. Bugs.
We have to put up with the bugs because we're in like the side yard where there's nature.
Yes. Our yard has been known to have scorpions and snakes. So if we go screaming, you know why. Rattlesnakes.
This is my natural, the way I sit, but I'm sort of happy that this is the natural way I sit because my feet aren't dangling. But I started that diet, this diet, because it's supposed to help, and I shouldn't even say diet, it's more a life change. It is a life change. Yeah. It's supposed to help with inflammation and pain for rheumatoid arthritis. And it's basically a lot like paleo, and mostly it's cutting out sugar, grains, and what else? I have a cheat sheet, remember?
A lot of dairy. You still have a little dairy.
I still have some dairy. Processed foods.
Yes.
And basically when you go through the ingredients, you should be able to read everything on there and not have a degree in chemistry.
Right, to know what it is.
What it is. So I've started that over the last year, and it's been a gradual process.
Yep.
And we've eliminated sugar, and there's still, like, I have a trail mix that I make, and the dried fruit. We've gone everywhere to try to find dried fruit that does not have sugar in it.
And even the big healthy food stores that we won't name their name, but the big healthy food stores they still have sugar in their trail mix.
Right, I don't understand that. Yeah. But, so I have trail mix with sugar in it at times, for my nuts and fruit, but and seeds. But they're all good sources for me to have nutrition, just not the sugar.
Right.
So that's where I've been so far in this journey, and I've felt like, what's your experience been? And we have not done this perfectly, and that's why we want to share this with you.
Right, and that's what I was going to say is we've been going up and down. Some days we're really good and focused, and then there's other days that we fall. But the one thing we have to remind ourselves is just because we may not follow it for one meal or something, that doesn't mean we stop and we failed and that's it. We need to keep trying and just pick up where we left off, and sometimes, you know, for me it's been a couple weeks at a time or even a month at a time where I struggle, and
we're coming into this after like a month of,
at least a month, yeah,
where we've not gone to the gym.
right.
I did at my parents' gym some.
Cheater. I mean,
Cheater.
good job.
And we've not been as diligent. Now, I wanted to have some juice with me from the store.
Oh yeah.
We found some juice that you can actually get, the cold pressed juice that I used when I was at my mother's for almost a month, because I didn't have my juicer.
Right.
And we wanted to share we will share some of those things with you because they're great, like on the go. But this is about lifestyle change and going to more natural medicine, natural eating, and eating foods that our bodies can process.
Right. And how much better you feel, and eventually you kind of get to the point, and this is where I'm at right now. When I said, okay, I'm ready to do this, I'm at the point where when I look at that cookie or I look at that bowl of pasta, I remember how I feel.
Right.
And it's just like, okay, that might taste good for a few minutes, but how am I going to feel tomorrow?
Right.
And I'm tired of feeling that way. And things aren't tasting as good because it's like this switch in my brain that's saying, remember how you felt the last time you ate that?
Exactly. Sort of like when you've had too much Jägermeister in college. I use that analogy all the time. And then the next time you see Jägermeister, you're not like, oh yeah, I love Jägermeister.
Right.
You think, oh yeah, I remember I puked.
Right.
You know? And that's how we're starting to see the foods that aren't good for our bodies, is you're seeing them and you're relating them directly to how your body feels.
Right. Especially the longer that you're away from them.
Because you're noticing the difference, or I'm noticing the difference.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah.
And for me, and the wellness journey, I mean, right now we're talking about the food, and that is definitely, for both of us, for anybody that's part of your wellness journey, what you're bringing into your body and how your body feels. And for me, that was when I was looking into the recovery option, I was like, you know, there's so much going on with me. It's not just about a meal plan. And my whole brain and body need wellness. And we started this journey a long time ago. You're coming into it, and you're going to get bits and pieces of what that's been like for us and what that still is along the way. But it's an entire mind, body, spirit.
This is going to be very raw. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to not hide our mistakes.
I'm not going to make mistakes.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I'm going to make mistakes.
Okay, I'll make some mistakes.
So, but we're not going to hide, you know, that we ate something. She will probably be following me around with a camera when I'm digging through the cabinet.
But we are going to go to the cabinets in a later segment.
Yes.
And go through some things that have been sort of snuck in those cabinets.
Yeah. That really need to go.
That need to go.
Yeah.
And maybe just showing you guys like what we look at when we go to eat. Some of the things that we're looking for to make sure our bodies are getting in, and not
have a lot of temptation. And it's hard because like when you have a house full of people, especially kids, I'm still trying to work through that in my head, where am I denying him something of his childhood because I'm not giving him those Oreos, or or is it okay just to eat what we should be putting in our body, and that's okay for him too. And that's a struggle that I've had in my head, is wanting to get him to eat healthy too, but I also don't want to
Right.
take away anything either. So
And see, and I'm torn on that one. I'm not a parent. Disclaimer.
a great auntie though.
but, um, but I understand that, but I also think if you're not forbidding those foods, just not providing them,
Right.
that he learns healthy eating while it's also not. You go out and there's Oreos at the restaurant or
Right.
at a party. Sure, have some.
Right. We're just not eating it every day.
It's just not something that he's because
Right.
I know I grew up on crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom. Sorry, grandma. But it was
A
processed.
lot of processed foods. I drank Tab all the time. I was allowed to drink like diet soda that I'm sure had terrible chemicals in it.
We'll talk about my diet soda addiction later. But
Current diet
current
soda.
diet soda. This is a process.
No. Yeah. No, we still have our battles and struggles and stuff. And like I said, we're going to be showing all of it. We're not hiding our oopsies or anything like that. We're gonna do this, and it's gonna be a process. So,
and hopefully for some fun. And we have an upcoming segment with an interview that we did with a friend of ours that you guys will enjoy. So watch the next segment.
Yep.
Or the next couple segments.
right.
But yeah.
Watch them all. They're really good. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be really
They're
good.
gonna be.
Yeah.
They're us. Come on. Oh goodness. Now she's gone too far. Welcome to Well2Being.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. So.
No,
It's gone.
It's gone. It was there a minute ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
So did we mention all the things that you wanted to mention?
I don't know. I should probably have you go first.
I did not mention that I have less pain and shoulder flares, but that'll come up. I'm still not comfortable with the camera.
I'm not either.
We need to maybe just place it around the house and have conversations. So we just get used to it being there.
Right.
Because it's still.
It is. It's like this evil thing watching
It'd
us.
be easier if we had a cameraman, because then we could look up and talk to that person.
Right.
And
Hopefully we've been recording this whole time. If not, it was meant to be re-recorded.
right, there's a prettier sunrise tomorrow.
That's right. Or sunset.